Alrighty, another day of practice. Headed over to the golf course behind me to practice full swing and short game. We'll see what we get to. I want to continue doing the Justin Rose kind of 2-for-1 drill, he calls it, where I'm hooking my hand under my trail arm and that prevents my right elbow from getting too far behind me and then kind of getting stuck. I noticed yesterday when I was practicing that, especially with the driver, when I was getting into that position, that feeling in my backswing, I was able to just go from the top. Didn't really have to think about much. Let me make sure this, yeah, it's on. Didn't have to think about much. Just let it go. And I was hitting it pretty well, like on the simulator playing Aronimink. The last hole I played was kind of insane with like, I just kept like chipping it off the green. But up until that last hole, I mean, I was like 3 over par from the back at Aronimink, which is pretty good. Main thing is just like, so for these like longer golf courses and playing it all the way back, like I gotta be able to hit my driver far enough, which, you know, as long as I make solid contact, make a decent swing, it's gonna go far enough. But it's gotta be straight. And yeah, yesterday it was great. So we're gonna continue doing that drill. I haven't signed up for another pack of lessons yet, but I think what I would like to do is get on the Gears, software technology, whatever you want to call it, at Rock Golf. So Rock Golf has 2 locations here, and there is one that's a little closer to the city that I don't go to, but that is the one where they have the gears set up. And so I've asked Phil a few times about when that's going to be ready, and he was saying it's basically ready, it's all set up. I guess they just need to like download some software or something, but I can sign up for a gears specific lesson online. So I'm going to look into that at some point because it'd be nice to have that data as like a baseline. And I don't know what you get out of it, if you get some of those measurements or get any like video of like your skeleton comparison. But you know, if I have those data points, if I have something that I can take home with me, then I can pop it into ChatGPT or any of these like AI tools and see like, okay, this is me, this is my skeleton, and then this is like, you know, a PGA Tour skeleton. I can see exactly like how my body is moving differently and what I need to work on. Because like I really enjoyed the golf instruction I've gotten from Phil, and I've talked about this before, but the onus as a student is on me. Number one, like I have to, and Phil agrees with this, I have to be able to, like, I have to own my golf swing and I have to understand my tendencies, because when I go out there and play, like I'm all alone, I'm by myself. So I need to understand exactly what I tend to do, my swing faults, so I can self-correct during a round. And number two, I gotta build a golf swing I can repeat. and like the stuff that we've been working on has been great, but I keep falling back into this idea, and I can't get it out of my head, that my right elbow is getting trapped behind me. So we'll work on that. We'll see how the ball flies. That's the plan for today's practice session. And then I am playing twice this weekend. So yeah, big golf weekend coming up. Gonna play Falcon Head from all the way back, and then I would assume we're gonna play Barton all the way back on Sunday. So at some point we'll start documenting my on-course stuff. But for now, this is what I am putting out there, which is all of my practice sessions and what it takes to try and play serious competitive golf from an amateur standpoint. So yeah, it's nice waking up every morning with a goal in mind, something that I am passionate about, something that I want to do. And I think for me that's really, really important, because I spent a lot of years enjoying the game, practicing, but never really practicing as much as I could have. Obviously, I can look back and be like, man, I really wish that I spent more time, like, either trying to make a golf team or just doing it, doing what I'm doing now. But I am where I am right now, and I can only control what I do in the present and going forward. So yeah, I mean, I think this would be a really, really cool story where, somebody who goes from a 5 handicap to playing in a qualifier for the Mid-Am and then qualifying for the Mid-Am. And then who knows what happens after that. I mean, the goal is to qualify for the Mid-Am. That's hard enough. I talked about this. The qualifier this year for the 2026 Mid-Am, that was pretty close to me at this golf course outside of Houston. Top 3. I think the guy who won it, the guy who shot the low score, is like a +6 handicap or something crazy, and then I think the other 2 or 3 were like +3s, +2s. So that's sort of my goal. I've already gone from a 5 down to a 4.2. So we just need some low rounds. We just need to put it all together, and we'll get there. We got time. We got time to practice. So, all right, I'm gonna get in there, get some balls, and I will see you on the range. Okay, the decision was made for us. The picker broke somewhat recently, so they're not selling any range balls. So we are just gonna chip. So we're gonna try some one-handed chips. This little drill, trying to extend this drill to here. Hit a couple with the drill. Hit 3 with the drill. and then do some normally. Coming out kind of low, so I think I'm just kind of reverting back to my tendency, which is to drag the handle. What we might do is hit these out onto the range. But I'm sort of playing around with kind of keeping my right elbow kind of pinned to my chest. See how that feels. Let me get lined up, make sure my alignment's right. Really, really releasing it. Feel free to keep hitting. Okay. Spin. Let it spin. So I'm sort of also playing around with my my takeaway on chips. So obviously, like that, I didn't hit that one very well. But I noticed that like my action, I tend to do the same thing with my chips that I do with my full swing, which is kind of dragging the handle inside. So maybe I just need to playing around with like just kind of keeping it more on plane. So let me see if I can. So that one, I think maybe my hands are just too far forward. So, ooh, that's different. I'd like to see. I'm gonna see this on video. I tend to watch back my videos. Ooh, I squirted out to the right. That's coming off. Like it's getting up, which is what I want. Huh. I'd like to see that one back. Yeah, we're testing things here. Maybe I can use the mirror and the camera to see. Keep the hands low, maybe. Let's try that. Whoa. That didn't work. But yeah, I'm just more interested to see like where that like keeping the hands low kind of keeps my position. I mean, I'm looking at it too, and the face is really not really closed, but it's more like full swing closed. That's sort of the action I'm looking for from the ball. Sounded kind of dead. Playing around with keeping the handle high there. Really just like kind of searching for it here. It's kind of an interesting shot there with the handle high. Kind of choked down on it. I had quite a bit of spin on it actually. Can't forget to hit the ball. So when I do that, all I was doing there was trying to just turn and uncock my wrist, but I caught it fat. So let me see if I can put it back in my stance. Be like more of a low drivey shot. That's sort of what I'm looking for here. That felt a little bit better. Kept the club head outside of my hands. Huh. There we go. Really hinged and released it well. Just catching everything a little heavy right now. So here I got the handle kind of back. By back, I mean like straight up and down. Just kind of flicking it on there. Oof. No bueno. Not a good one. All right, let's pick these up. Okay. We're back. Just using the camera flip down screen there to just look at my takeaway. Yeah, just really here I'm just kind of focused on, I'm not like moving my arms away from my body and getting disconnected. I'm trying to keep my hands kind of in the same position in front of my sternum. Caught that one heavy, but it's kind of low drivey one. Ooh, I kind of like that. Checked nicely. So this is like low drivey. Let's see if we can get one up in the air. Oh, got up in the air. Ooh, man. Do not want to do that on the golf course. That was ugly. Was just kind of focused on that one, just seeing what happened when I like released from here. Two in a row. Oh, there was a ball in the way. Whew, dusty. That was pretty good. Felt like I just kind of underhanded that. Kind of like that feeling. Different lie here. Kind of a fluffy downhill lie. Kind of slid under it. No spin. See what happens on the crabgrass. Similar. Just played it a bit better. Yeah, so I'll see when I'm watching this back, kind of watch my take away, make sure I'm not dragging it inside. And if I'm keeping the club head out in front of me, then I need to make sure I release it, obviously. Oh, squirty one. Hit that one before. So I tried to open the face on that one. It was kind of a hard pan lie. And I'm not really sure exactly what happened. Oh, whoa. Yeah, I mean, we're working on a lot of things here. So it's going to make sense that I'm not like super consistent. Um, this is a lot of this too is like when I'm documenting this stuff, I am doing it so that I can kind of watch it back and see like, oh, that's what I was doing. So I'm trying to match my proprioception with what is actually happening. Because if my feels are real, that makes it really easy, a lot easier to adjust on the fly. Hmm. Yeah, that's the third time that's happened where it just squirts out to the right. So I'll know like at the end of the second bucket, take a look at that video, see what happened. But probably gonna gather some of these and uh, hit them on the range because I'm dying to hit some full swing shots. All right, we're gonna go hit on the range. All right, so we have a few balls to hit, so we're gonna make them count. That's the plan. We're pretty warm, so I'm still gonna hit a pitching wedge to start. Let me see. Make sure this works before I pour every single ball in here. Sure does. Pour all except for 4, just so we don't, so we know exactly what our last balls are. Oh man, I'm pretty sore. So I think my goal here for these swings is like I don't want this. Trying to keep everything in front of me. Not sure how far the ball is going, but it is downwind. But that feels way tighter. So I'm just kind of focused on it's just hinging. Like I'm not like dragging the handle out here, and then my elbow's like over here, and then I'm stuck. Shoulders externally rotated. The top of my backswing. I'm gonna get a number here to a couple spots. I should probably know these numbers by heart, but I don't. Yeah, well, flag's probably like 145 to that flag, so downwind. So the white flag is 145. The second white flag is 226. This red flag you can't even see. It's 97. Well, you can't see the bottom, that's what I mean. You can see the top of it, but you can't see where the ball lands. So, trying to keep it simple. Keep the golf swing simple. That is the goal. That feels really good. And the ball's, I mean, it is downwind, so, you know, it's going to go farther, but I'm not really swinging hard. That pitching wedge is going about 145. And the main thing is it's going exactly where I'm aimed. So I've hit a few shanks in the simulator yesterday. So not sure what that is about. But we're doing something very, very different than what I'm used to.
And then I'll practice.
Okay. Little pull draw there. Face was closed. Let's try like doing everything and just letting it go. All right. Again, the main thing for all of this stuff is for me to be able to watch it back and see what positions I'm in. That one felt pretty good. We probably have like 30 balls. We've hit 12. Hitting it really low. That one felt like pretty good, like I was covering it. Let's hit some drivers. Let's let the big dog eat. See what we can do with just getting into good positions and letting it go. So my target is essentially the broken picker out there. I don't know if you can see it. A little right of where I was aimed, but I mean, I just let it go. And it feels good because I'm like hinging here. And then it's like a one of these moves. Like I'm really kind of pulling in with my right elbow. I mean, if I can just do that all the time, give myself chances to stick it close on the greens and then just make putts. A little bit of a pull, but nothing off the planet. That is off the planet. Right. I want to hit one good one and then get back to the irons. That was smashed. Whew. Okay. Driver, pretty good. Hit a couple of these 3 hybrids. See if we can, see if we can't translate that same feeling here. Face was wide open. A little correction, slight pull. Back to the right. Playing Army golf right now. Going left and right. That was pretty good. Just kind of didn't hit it all that solid, but I think we're out of balls. So, oh, we got some more balls. I'm gonna hit 7 irons. All right, my rule when you get to your last few balls is you save the best range ball for last. Very thin. Felt like it kind of popped out of that. It's really trying to get my right elbow in here. Oh, that one felt so good. It's really kind of focused on like not moving my hands, like literally just hinge and turn and then raise them and then get them back down. Yeah, decent one to end on. A little pull, but all right, we're gonna hit a few putts. All right. Gonna hit a few putts and then we're gonna head out of here. Make sure this guy is. There you go. Nice wide view. Well, gotta get the speed right. Better putt, just overread it. They're rolling pretty nicely. They punched about, it was like a light punch. I want to say 2 weeks ago, roughly. Gonna try some downhillers. They got them sped up pretty good for here. With the downhillers, I like to hover my putter. Find I'm able to get the speed a little bit better. A little easier to hit a shorter putt. There's like a little piece of dead grass. I'm trying to roll this over. Just too much pace. Okay, focus. So there's quite a bit of break in this 3-footer. So I'm just going to line it up outside the hole and trust it. Oh, God. Let's try that again. Nope. All right, this is more straight up the hill. Still breaking a little left to right. All right. Last few putts. They're going in. Get used to the ball going in the hole. All right. Got to make all 5. Oh, I missed it. End on a positive note. Make all 5. I'll see you in the next one.